Welcome to Becoming Saiyans.
A Dragon Ball rewatch podcast.
And we're back. I'm Truman.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball rewatch podcast. On today's episodes, we watched episode 43, 44, and 45, titled A Trip to the City. Alright, the Master Thief Hasty. And
Husky,
sorry, and Danger in the Air. We found out how to pronounce her name, and then I just messed it up anyways.
There's not even a T there.
Nope. Just throwing a bunch of stuff in there. And now my phone is being dumb, so I'm trying to get back to the trivia.
Say, if you make a bunch of phonetics, you'll get some of them close, I guess.
Alright, differences from the manga in the first episode is that in the manga, Android 8 tries to fix the radar, but this doesn't appear in the anime because it's replaced by Dr. Flap trying and failing to fix it in the last episode, which was exclusive to the anime. So it's like, we just kind of equally distributed that.
Yeah.
The scene at Red Ribbon HQ with Commander Red and Staff Officer Black noticing the moving Dragon Ball is exclusive to the anime. And the fight between the Bruce Lee impersonator and the big guy is exclusive to the anime. Some trivia. The music for when Goku, Ada, and Sinnoh go to sleep is slower, more melancholy version of the end credits theme, the romantic Igero Yo, I Give You Romance song. An elderly villager and the village chief seem to know a lot about the Nimbus clouds and believe they can't be destroyed. However, it's later proven that when somebody uses a something to destroy the same cloud for good. Sinnoh warning Goku to watch out for trees may be a reference to George of the Jungle, who was also easily distracted monkey-like humanoid. This episode is one of the few times the Nimbus cloud actually departs into the sky after being used. A lot of times it just floats there and we never see it again. One of the TVs behind Goku, when he says that the city is crowded and noisy, depicts a woman holding down her billion white dress, which is, a reference to Marilyn Monroe.
Missed that one. We caught a couple interesting visual moments ourselves, but that one we missed.
The episode is the first feature Goku and Roshi eye catchers, which is the I believe that's the mid credits.
Yes, eye catcher.
And these remain until the end of the original Dragon Ball series. So these are what we get the rest of the time.
Yeah,
for the next 100 plus episodes.
Yeah.
The wolf driving the taxi is voiced in the Funimation dub by Sean Schmel, who would later voice Goku as an adult later in the series. That was a little tongue twister there for me.
Ooh, yeah.
The martial artist Goku defeats for money is identical to the martial artist Krillin defeats in the preliminaries.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, Goku compares defeating him for prize money to be like he was competing in a tournament. Yeah. The military man who unsuccessfully fights the martial artist is identical to General White, but with a flat top. Mm-hmm. Goku is holding the reward money before he actually surrenders. A poster of 7 circles with Dragon Ball CXTV Wednesday PM 7 written under them can be seen just before the Goku's lured into the alley. Basically being like, Dragon Ball TV on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
This is also the first appearance of the Capsule Corporation building. And there's a sign near the building that says Route 66, which we both kind of were like, hey, look, Route 66.
We live on Route 66
we do.
For reference.
And it's about, 7 blocks from here, probably?
Yeah, because it's right on Main Street.
Yeah.
Our main street is Route 66.
Yeah. In the Japanese version, the Son Goku song is heard when Goku's flying to West City. The English version does not use it, instead has the narrator speak. In the original Japanese broadcast, we have the preview of the Curse of the Blood of Rubies, just like we had for the last couple. And moving into the next episode, which is Master Thief Husky. Differences from the mangas. In the manga, the scene with Commander Red and Staff Officer Black happens before the scene with Bulma featuring the Dragon Radar and showing Goku the microband. In the anime, they're flipped around. Yamcha's fan club is shouting out the window is exclusive to the anime. Husky and the events surrounding her at Dreamland are all exclusive to the anime. So apparently she just doesn't show up, it seems. I don't know what's going on.
So I guess just kind of like a plot that's made up for that?
I guess. I don't quite understand that all the way. But it was a fun episode either way. The difference, it says right here, Haski and the events surrounding her at Dreamland are all exclusive to the anime. So that would mean everything from the point they... Well, it says Haski and all of the events, so yeah. Sounds like she was completely made up for the anime.
A little bit of filler. Like a filler character. I mean, it didn't feel like it.
It didn't feel like it. It just felt like the next step, you know?
Again, if I'm watching filler and I don't know it's filler until I look up and find out that it's filler, it's good filler.
Yeah.
Or I guess, is it really filler? It's kind of the filler paradox.
Yeah.
If I can't call it out in the moment, then I don't necessarily think I should count it as filler. Especially if it advances a plot point. Like, it doesn't fully advance it, but like, you know, it characterizes a couple. It shows you Yamcha and Bulma in a fight.
Yeah, it basically helps progress the demise of their relationship at this point. It seems.
Yeah. It's a way to get her on the road with Goku.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it is.
So some trivia is at the first floor and garden of Capsule Corporation, there was a Tory bot, which I pointed out.
Yep. I think I was writing a note real quick, and then you said Tory bot, and I looked up right as it flashed off the screen, and I was like, I caught this glimpse.
And then there's also a character named Baragon from the Godzilla series that makes a cameo in this scene.
Okay,
I think that was the dinosaur that one where we were like, what the heck is that? And the Canadian cop even said that, and they were like, oh, don't worry.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Again, that's gotta be one. That's gotta be from an era I haven't watched. I've watched the original Godzilla, and I've watched all of the MonsterVerse, and
-1,
and Shin and -1 and all that. I haven't watched where it gets really cartoony.
Yeah, me either.
So it's probably from that era.
Yeah,
I would think like the Showa era, maybe.
Yeah. So, in Bulma's room, there's a poster in the background with a character whose design resembles Major Metallotron without his sunglasses on.
Hey.
So she likes the Terminator.
Yeah, she likes Terminator.
In the shot just after the second eye catch, there is a ship that bears a resemblance to the X-Wing from Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't point it out to each other, but I'm sure we both saw it.
Yeah.
Because actually, fun fact, before we get there, same shot is used in the next episode that we watched, the third episode.
Silver.
Yeah, with what looks like Silver from behind. Yeah.
Silver's alive. Silver's alive. But anyways, Akai Tomato from Akira Toriyama's one-shot Tomato, Girl Detective, makes a cameo in this episode. I don't know who that is, but in the Japanese version, the drinks that Mrs. Brief offers to Goku were alcoholic. In the dub, they don't mention this, but in the Japanese version, she's like, "Here's some alcohol."
That would explain why he actually never gets to drink him.
Yeah, because
it's because in the Japanese version, he shouldn't have drank them, and in the American version, you just think it's a glass of tea or whatever.
Yeah. All right, so that's why I was trying to figure out why there wasn't any trivia for this next episode. I didn't read the differences from the manga part for the last episode. With the exception of the final scene with Goku and Bulma heading off on the Nimbus, the entire events of this episode were exclusive to the anime.
Yep.
Which makes sense with the whole thing with Haski being completely made up for the show.
I have to say, Haski, really fun character.
Yeah.
Really fun character.
In TV airings, the scene where Goku drops his pants is edited so that he's wearing boxers with Dragon Balls on them. Which is hilarious. That he's got
honestly, arguably,
better.
A little bit funnier.
Yeah, he's just like, I got these balls right here. Like, it's just like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball.
It's a bunch of Dragon Balls on his pants.
And she's like, oh man, there they are, the Dragon Balls.
I gotta grab them. No, don't do that.
So, anyways, before we get too deep into our thoughts, previously on Dragon Ball. Goku, after saving the day, decides it's time to go back to West City to try to get the Dragon Radar fixed. But before he can head that way, the village elders are like, hey, dude, you can ride the Nimbus Cloud? Why don't you just call it? It doesn't die. What do you mean? It's a cloud. I love it can reconstitute itself.
Like, I love how on the nose they are with him being like, have you tried to call it? And he's like, no.
And they're like,
well, call.
Yeah, it's right there. Like, we can see it. Anyways, so he gets Nimbus back. Woo! So he gets to West City much faster than he would have if he was just walking the whole way.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a long walk.
Dude, that would have been a lot of filler.
Yeah. But after he gets there, he has some troubles in the city. Mostly the fact that it's a city. It's a country boy in the city for the first time, not understanding anything about anything that's going on. He beats up a guy for 100,000 zenny and then gives all that money to a girl who can point at a cop. And that cop drives him to Bulma's house, and then they wait there for Bulma to get out of school, even though she skipped early. We get introduced to Bulma's family, Dr. Brief and Mrs. Brief, otherwise known as Bikini Brief is her name, which is a crazy name.
That's actually her name.
Yeah, that's her name.
Oh, was that mentioned in the episode?
I don't think it's mentioned. It's just known for later.
Yeah, I guess.
So Dr. Brief fixes up the policeman's bike because it wasn't working. Bulma fixes the radar.
It was working. It was just not driving very, very well.
Yeah. Bulma fixes the radar, and then Mrs. Brief comes in and kind of lore dumps on us about what's going on with her and Yamcha.
Well, Bulma shows off that she has like a shrinking thing,
and Bulma
and
shows
then her mom walks in and steps on her.
Yeah. So and Bulma shows off the shrinking device on her wrist. Then they decide they're going to tour the city because she just can't handle being around Yamcha's fan club, which is ridiculous and crazy.
First of all, why are you jealous of a bunch of girls screaming outside of your window when you have the man?
Yeah,
We'll
get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
On our
we can talk about that later.
On our recap still. So then they travel off into the city, and while this is all happening, Commander Red is watching, sends his greatest thief after Goku named Husky.
Yeah, they transfer like $1 million. They're basically like, we're going to transfer 1 million zenny if you get the balls back, and another 1 million if you kill them.
Yeah, and so she goes after them. They end up at an amusement park after Yamcha, Puar, and Oolong trash talk Bulma in front of her without knowing she's there. They all decide to go to the amusement park because what makes it better? What makes disputes and family conflict better than going to Disney World?
Yeah.
That fixes everything, obviously. And so they go to Disney World. What is it? Dreamland. And then they kind of hang out there for a while. Husky has multiple antics to try to get the Dragon Balls, and she fails, but she sets off a bomb. After Goku leaves, she kind of succeeds because she steals them from Yamcha. And then she sets off a bomb, but Goku catches her, gets the Dragon Balls back, and then
stops the bomb.
And stops the bomb somehow.
It's just she puts a bomb on a timer.
Yeah.
The bomb does not get set off.
Yeah. And so after that, Bulma kind of breaks up with Yamcha and starts off on her day with her and Goku flying off to find the rest of the Dragon Balls. And that's what you missed on Dragon Ball. Jesse, go for it.
Great episodes, especially because, in the moment you're watching, as I said earlier during the recap, it's like, or during the factoids, when you can't tell it's filler, is it truly filler? Like knowing now that the entirety of Husky just is, we made it up. It's fiction.
Yeah. You could have taken all of her parts out, and you might have gotten one episode out of the two. The first episode would have been full.
Would have been watching probably 3 episodes last episode.
Yeah,
because it would have been an episode.
Yeah. Well, we would have been no, because we'd have 2. Because I would say that the last 2 episodes of this one would have turned into one by themselves. Because I think the city one was pretty packed and didn't seem like there was a lot added. A lot changed, but not a lot added. But yeah, I enjoyed these episodes. There were some good laughs. There were some fun scenes. It was nice to see the gang again, like the OG gang from the first saga.
OG gang is awesome. There's a lot of relationship frustrations as two people who are mature enough to understand how teenage relationships work and how annoying they could be. Very annoying to watch some of the stuff happen in the relationships.
Yeah, it's like, guys, just have a conversation.
Just tell her how you feel, man.
Yeah, quit bumbling over your words. Like, he gets so close to saying it too, and then Bulma's like, all right, that's enough of this.
Because of how much they were poop talking to him the entire time. Yeah. It's like you're talking to each other.
But that's the second episode. We're not even there yet. So let's go back to the first episode, where we start with a little bit of a sleepover, where they all are hanging out. Goku saying, we'll have to head to West City tomorrow, and it's going to be quite a walk, so we should all get some sleep.
Soon as
yeah,
take some sleep.
And I love Android 8 being like, I've never slept with a blanket before.
It's so comfy.
It's comfy.
Yeah.
It was very sweet for him to say.
Man.
He's such a sweetie.
See, he's just a cinnamon roll, and I love him. I want him to come. I hope he is a semi-recurring character for a very long time. Not just for OG Dragon Ball, but I hope he comes back maybe in that Android saga that we mentioned earlier. Probably.
Maybe.
I don't know. I do know a little bit about the Android saga as far as like a lot of fighting in the Android saga, but also it's just Dragon Ball Z. There's a lot of fighting in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. And there's always another fight. I'm always gonna punch it.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah. But then the snow moles come back, which is really cool. I didn't expect to see them again.
Yeah, the snow moles.
That totally makes up for them showing up for 5 minutes in that one episode to pad the time. Totally makes up for it.
Talking about bad filler.
They come back, so therefore it's not bad filler. You see what I mean?
Filler.
Those 5 minutes.
Go back. We had to record the episode like 10 Dragon Ball episodes ago, about 5 podcast episodes ago.
Those snow moles. They were the most frustrating part of that episode because it's just like, why? You're so cute, but why? Why are you here for 5 minutes? And then they show up here, and it's like, okay, tasteful. I don't need to know what they are. They show up for like a half a second on the screen. That's honestly, all we need.
Honestly, if that was the first episode you ever watching, you don't even know what they are because you don't have subtitles on.
But it also
says snow moles.
Yeah, and it also says that you can also just be like, hey, look at these cute creatures.
These cute alien creatures.
And then we move on, which is what we should have done in the first week. But anyways, then he gets Goku's about to head off, and he's like, man, it's gonna be a long walk. I wish I had my Nimbus. And they're like, wait a minute, son, did you say Nimbus?
I knew a Nimbus once.
I know all about them Nimbuses. Back in the day, we used to have Nimbuses everywhere. But nowadays, there's not enough good people to ride these Nimbuses. All these woke people down here not being able to ride Nimbuses. Now we gotta... But if you can, I'm sure it's still there. They don't die.
Woke killed the Nimbuses.
That's my stance. Woke killed the Nimbuses.
For reference, this is satire.
I'm
joking.
I'm
legitimately
joking.
taking this as serious.
I'm joking. But anyways,
actually, it's anti-woke that killed the Nimbuses.
Yeah. But anyways, Goku is like, yeah, so you guys are saying the Nimbus is still alive? And it's like, yeah, Nimbuses don't die. It just
literally, as I said, have you called it yet? And Goku's like, no. He's like, well, do it, dummy.
And then we sit there. There were moments during these episodes where I could tell they were padding. And that was one of those moments where they were padding, where we just sat there for like 5 minutes with a blank screen, just like of like a landscape shot. And they're just like, and then they cut back and they're like, nothing's happening. It's like, wait for it. And then cut back to it again for like another 10 seconds. And then finally Nimbus comes flying through.
Yeah, finally Nimbus shows up. Which, I mean, to be fair, he hasn't called Nimbus for a while. So it probably was just stationary over where he got shot down by a bazooka.
In the desert, yeah. We're in the
snow mountains. To be fair, a logistical amount of time it takes for Nimbus to fly. Because what we do know is this world is much bigger than ours.
Yeah, and it's like Thor's hammer, where like when Thor throws the hammer, sometimes the gag is like, he's like, and I'm holding out my hand, and it's just like, wait.
It's like from, it was in-game.
Yeah.
Where like he goes back in time, and he's like, and she's like, wait for it.
Yeah. It also kind of reminds me of like in Ragnarok, where he goes to see Doctor Strange and he tries to call it through like the house, and it's just like, you hear a crash, crash, smash, smash, crash, 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 smash, smash, right there.
It's just like, everything's broken.
I love the pure joy on Goku's face though as he flies away. First of all, he like almost goes east, but then goes west.
Yeah, well, the pure joy also of him getting his Nimbus back. Like that was such a wholesome, fun moment.
Yeah. And then he's like, Nimbus, look, there's a rainbow chasing us. And it's just like, oh my gosh, you're such a sweet child.
He's so happy because he's got like his honestly his first best friend. Really.
Yeah, his first best friend. Like even before like Bulma would be considered, like Bulma's considered a friend. I don't think he would consider her a best friend.
Yeah, because they're just her friend enough to like rely on her for help. And stuff.
Yeah. But he gets to the West City, and he's definitely not built for the city. He wanders around aimlessly. He walks into traffic.
It's very funny, like watching him figure out how the world works in real time.
Because it's hilarious. Because he's like, he hails down a taxi by chance. I don't think it was on purpose.
Like he's
just like, hey.
He was trying to find. I think he was trying to get like its attention, not knowing it's a taxi.
Yeah.
Just like to ask for directions because he's trying to ask people like, do you know where Bulma is? In a city of probably
millions of people.
If we're gonna coin toss it, probably 2 million people. Like I'm assuming West City is based off of like
Los
Angeles or
San Francisco, Tokyo, I don't know.
Big like Western city.
Yeah. And so, he's like, do you know who Bulma is? And they're like, what the heck do you mean?
Who was a Bulma?
I love the first guy. He stops the guy that, like, he walks down the road and stops the car, and he's like, I don't know who Bulma is. Like, how do you not know who Bulma is? She lives in your town. And it's like, Goku, Goku, there's
that was the second person. The first person, he was like, was more focused on Goku being in the front of his car. And he's like, why is everyone going so fast? And then the second person, I think, is like, how do you not know Bulma? She lives in your town.
Yeah, and
it's like, Goku.
There's so many people, Goku. Nobody's going to know every one
It reminds me of, like, when people... Like when you meet somebody, like someone was like an Irish or Scottish comedian who's like, dude, like I'm from Scotland. When you like travel to America, especially, like they'll be like, I'm Scottish. Like, oh, do you know Tony? He's Scottish too, and it's just like, no, it's Scott. But there was one comedian who said he had that happen. He's like, do you know this person? And he was like, wait, is this their last name? He's like, yeah. You know, actually, funnily enough, I do know that person.
Not because we're Scottish.
Just because we happen to be from the same hometown.
Yeah. And then the second point of Goku not being built for the city is the taxi. He gets in the taxi and he's like, yeah, you're going to take me to Bulma's? And then they drive off and then he's like, so where are we going? And he's like, to Bulma's. Right? And he's like, do you have direction? He's like, I don't know what that means.
Do you have money? No? I thought you were just giving me this for free. And no free rides. Which then scars Goku for the rest of the episode of thinking he has to pay for people.
Okay, I understand. I got this now. My brain, I'm smart. Everything in here costs money. I got it. So let me see what I can do. Hey, look, there's a boxer over there. That's cool.
He's fighting people for $100,000.
100,000 zenny.
Yeah, dollars zenny.
And he's like, okay, well, money means I find Bulma, so therefore, let's go beat this guy up.
Let's go win. And then I love that everyone's making... I made a comment, because I'd forgotten, like, it wasn't West City that he fought in. Yeah. Some reason my brain was like, he fought the tournament in West City. I'm like, how do people not know Goku? He's like, you should be, like, renowned throughout the city that, like... He won basically won the tournament.
He's wearing the same outfit.
Yeah, it's like he's not different. But then, like you pointed out to me,
being
stupid.
It's like on it's on an island in the middle of somewhere.
It's a different directional city. I think it's like East City or something.
Yeah. But before we get to the fight, there was a new mid-credit scene we didn't talk about. You get to have a scene where we kind of brought it up, but you get to have a scene just to explain it for you guys. It's Goku and Roshi kind of like sparring with their staffs.
Yeah, like staff fighting.
Yeah, and then like Roshi goes to hit him on the second one, and then Goku just like
Roshi like spins it in his head, spins it in the air, and then I think goes to like hit him, and then Goku just extendo pulls and smacks him in the face.
Yeah, and it's great. It's awesome. Funny, and it's gonna be here for the rest of the Dragon Ball. So, but then we get there, and this is where I brought up, like, you'd think he would see the Turtle Hermit badge and just be like, all right, boy, I give up. Like, I know mixed martial arts, but I know that symbol means bad news for me.
But also, then you think about it, and you look at it, because I'm playing, like, the other side of, like, explaining why he wouldn't. Roshi hasn't had any trainees since Gohan and the Ox King.
Yeah, but I will counter your counter by saying they just had the World Martial Arts Tournament where even if you didn't watch them and you didn't recognize Goku, as a martial artist, you would probably know about the World Martial Arts Tournament, and you would see like, I heard about 2 new trainees by Roshi, and that's his symbol. Maybe I shouldn't mess with this guy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, there's many justifiable reasons on both sides of like why this guy wouldn't know. But also, for all we know, this guy just happened to know kickboxing and was just like just decided it's a easy way to make 100,000 zenny. Like to like swindle people out of money because no one, like, I'm better than probably 90% of people walking the street.
Yeah.
95% of people walking the street. The odds that I lose 100,000 zenny before making 200,000 zenny, astronomically low.
Yeah. Especially if I have somebody out there, like, betting against me every time.
Like, or betting a scheme.
Or,
like, especially matters on how much he charges. Because he charges Goku, because he's super overconfident, because he's Goku. Which I love. I love this fight. Because this dude's, like, super overconfident. Everyone's laughing. And then Goku gets in, like, a stance, and you have the moment, like, right as Goku's getting ready to, like, attack him, you have him suddenly realize, oh no.
Yeah.
he's like,
oh, you can have the first punch. He's like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I literally wrote down, so as Goku finds it, I wrote down, like, jokingly, it's Rocky 4, because Russian dude versus dude with boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a Bruce Lee reference.
Yeah.
But, like, And then I immediately wrote, he's gonna die when Goku.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, he realizes right as it's too late that he's gonna die.
Yeah. I love that the first hit, like people, you could easily hear the people being like, "What happened?"
Like no one saw it because Goku moved that.
Are
fast.
you throwing the fight, man? Like you just fell over in pain? It's
Yeah,
like...
it's literally like no one saw Goku move that fast. So the only person who knows what happened is Goku and the dude who just took an absolute knock into the abdomen.
Yeah. So then he gets up from that. Then Goku double leg kicks him in the face, knocks his eyes out animation wise.
Yeah, animation wise, hit him so hard his eyes popped up.
Yeah. And then he's like, "I'll never give up." And then Goku jumps up. Well, he jumps up to try to fly and hit him.
Yeah,
Goku moves out of the way.
Jumps up to flying knee, nails the sidewalk. Probably has to go to surgery. Loses a kneecap.
Shatters his kneecap.
Yeah, just gone. Kneecap doesn't exist.
And then Goku kind of jumps up in the air and like kicks right beside him, destroys the wall.
Shatters the wall. And in that moment, Goku already has the money in his hand.
Yeah.
And the guy's giving up.
Yeah. It's giving Jiren, where Jiren's like, "Oh, you broke out of the gum. I give up."
Yeah. It's literally like, "Oh, I can't win this."
Yeah.
I would much rather lose 100,000 zenny than like lose like major parts of my body in a fight that I can't win.
And then here's one that wasn't pointed out by the trivia, but Jesse pointed out. There's a Fred from Scooby Doo in the background.
It looks a lot like Fred. He's got his back turned to you, so
you can't really see the ascot. Can't see the ascot, so you can't quite tell. But it looks a lot like a Fred image.
It's like as Goku's walking away, there's like car passes, and there's a group of people. And there's car pass, and then another car, like before. I think it's before the second car passes, or it might be
you can see.
There's a Fred.
Yeah, you can see Fred.
There's like he's like facing away from you. It looks so much like Fred from Scooby Doo. Yeah. From the back, the haircut.
Yeah.
It's just like
the same shirt, the same pants.
So you can see that.
But I mean, that's pretty basic shirt and pants. A white shirt, white shirt,
blue jeans, and like from what we can tell from the rest of the background,
blonde slick back hair.
Yeah, blonde slick back, kind of like topped off hair.
Yeah.
Pretty normal for most
situations. And especially when you're just putting background characters, like it could be anything.
Yeah,
you know?
it
could be a reference.
And the fact that it's not referenced in like the trivia or anything probably means it wasn't a purposeful reference.
Yeah,
because it feels like they put in like even small visual gags like the X-wing and stuff like that. Like, if it's on purpose, they put it in. Yeah. But then, I just noticed it. I thought it was interesting. I made a trimmer go back a couple times. I'm like, you got to see this.
Yeah,
I pointed it out too.
And then my favorite thing is that a girl makes a lot of money for pointing at a cop.
Yeah. Presumably, we're assuming he gives her the full stack.
Well, because later he says he doesn't have any money.
Well, what I'm saying is there's a chance that he might have talked to someone else right before her to find a policeman and gave them the other 50,000. But since we don't see that, we can just presume he just gave that woman 100,000 zenny
to be like, "Do you know who a police is? Do you know who the police is?"
Yeah,
and she's like, "Yeah, there's a police right there." And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm looking for the
so there's at minimum probably like a year's salary."
Yeah, here you go. Thank you very much. And she's like, "What the heck?" But before all this happens, he does almost get robbed.
Yeah, he does only get robbed by two like a thug and a pigman.
You could almost overlook it because it's so dumb.
It is important for the next two episodes, though.
Yeah,
to know them.
But yeah, the thug and the pigman, they're like, "Hey, come down this alleyway into our office."
Yeah,
and it's like, "Wait, are you going to show me where Bulma is?" And they're like, "Yeah."
And they pick him out because they see Goku walk by. Because all Goku is doing is he's holding the money in his hand out in the open in the middle of the city because he doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Like, the only time she's been robbed is people taking his Dragon Balls. He's not worried about money.
Yeah, and it's like, anyways, who's going to rob me?
I think part of his naivety in these moments is literally just like, no one can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Yeah, I'm invincible, so like, I don't care. I have unlimited plot armor. But anyways, he beats them up, and then they're like, "Hey, go find a cop. They'll help you." Yeah. And that's why he goes to try to find the police. The police point him.
It's funny how he beats them up because like he's basically like, "You guys gonna take me to Bulma? You gonna show me where Bulma is? You're gonna get me Bulma?" And like he's like holding him up by knife point, and then Goku just headbutts the pig into a wall, leaves a hole in the wall, like a crack in the wall.
Yeah.
And then like the other thug's like, just find a police officer.
Yeah. Well, no, because the next one's like, "I'm gonna shoot you," and then Goku kicks kicks the gun out of his
I was
head.
shoot you, and then he's like, "Go find a police officer.
Yeah.
Leave us alone, bro."
All right, man. All right. You're
I can't
good.
believe we didn't get any money.
Yeah. But then he runs into where we find out that West City is actually in Canada because it's actually based on Toronto because there's the most Canadian police officer I've ever heard.
We'll go Ontario. Because Vancouver.
Well, I was just thinking of one that has a big city. Was like Toronto's a big city.
Vancouver's on the west coast of Canada.
All right.
It's a big city.
Okay, well,
I think it's like third biggest city.
Sorry to our Canadian viewers, I didn't know your game.
We landed in Vancouver when we were on the Alaska cruise.
Yeah.
That's where we left from. That's how we were in Canada for like 8 hours.
And then the next thing is that we have one very confusing day for Goku, where Goku's like, I don't know what's been going on here.
Yeah, because first of all, he gets up to the police officer. He asked him, "Do you know Bulma?" And the police officer justifiably is like, "Do you have a description? Do you have their house?"
Then he draws his Bulma, and he's
like looking back on it, I kind of said it was a bad drawing. It wasn't terrible. Because I forgot the Bulma had changed to have the ponytail.
Yeah.
Like the long braided tail, ponytail or whatever.
And then he's like, well, I can pull up Bulma's. And then he pulls up the right Bulma, and he's like, wait a minute, this is the daughter of the president of Capsule.
Well, I like how it starts. He's like, well, Bulma's a pretty unique name. Let me look up in my database of every human every person that lives in West City, which is very surveillance state. Let's not overlook how surveillance state that is.
Yeah.
That just the average police officer just has a system that has databases on probably every legally registered citizen of a major metropolitan city.
I assume what he did there was no different than like when a cop runs your license.
Yeah,
and it's just like he was like, I can look up driver's license, and that driver's license have your address on them, so let me just look it up that way. Yeah. But that doesn't change the fact it's not surveillance.
Like it's just, he pulls it out of his pocket.
Yeah, but he's like, there's only 4 Bulmas in the whole city. Three Bulmas in the whole city. Is it this one? No.
The first one's a big fat lady with like red hair or something.
Yeah, and he's like, no, that's not her. And then is it the second one? And it's like, yep, that's her.
It's my Bulma. He's like, oh, cool. Oh, her dad. She's the daughter of the richest man in the city.
And I have no problems with taking you right to her home because there's nothing bad that could happen here by me just driving you to her house.
It's not until they're halfway there that he starts to be like, "Are you really a friend of Bulma's?"
Yeah, because it's like,
wait a second.
If not, I'm making a big mistake here. My whole job's on the line with this one because
I'm taking you to.
I just drove Dr. Brief's assassin to his house. What are we doing here?
He's gonna steal the secret family recipe for Dino Caps.
No, he's just gonna kill Dr. Brief.
He's gonna wait there.
He's gonna kidnap his daughter and hold her for ransom.
It's like, I know you're a 12-year-old kid, but like you could kill. I don't know. Yeah. You could just be a midget.
Like, luckily Goku's not that, but the fact that the cop just completely blindly just accepts that, like, yeah, you're not gonna do anything wrong.
Just like it gets already like halfway. You get him closer to his objective before you realize I'm gonna be getting him closer to his objective.
Yeah. But luckily Goku's not a problem. And then we find out that her dad is the biggest of big deals in this city.
He's the inventor of Dino Caps.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I love this dude just for being inventor of Dino Caps. Because as I've stated, I wish Dino Caps are real.
Yeah. And then...
You know how much space cities would save on parking if you could just... put your car, if you could do what Ant-Man does, like the Ant-Man movies do, where you just have like a box full of like what look like Hot Wheels, you just pull them out and you just have a car now.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. It'd be so awesome.
And then unfortunately for our robot friendly audience out there, I have to apologize for the slurs I'm about to say, but they have the nasty filthy clankers working in their house and I can't take it. Why do you have some clankers? Why not give that job to real people, Dr. Brief, with all your money? Filthy clankers.
Because when you have that much money and you invent things, you like robots.
Filthy clankers.
Because you can program the robot to do everything perfectly and never say no. Surely there are not many examples of sci-fi futures where the robots rebelled because we told them no.
It's almost like Android 8 literally rebelled against its creators because he didn't want to do what they wanted him to do.
It's almost like there might be. Well, I don't know about the Android saga that much. I don't know enough about that.
I can neither confirm nor deny. But then we get to go to in the next episode, right? Is this the next episode? No, we're still. Yeah, that's the next episode. That would have been the next episode before we get inside the town, right? Because I think, or inside the house.
Yeah. So episode 44 is us going into the house.
Okay, so we're in the next
episode, yeah.
And then
the final of the last episode was I think Goku hopping on the like ride with the policeman, because I do say Bulma exclamation point, as in like, oh, we found Bulma. She's there in the database. And then we get to the house where we find out like Bulma's just skipped school.
Yeah, she was like, I got bored, so I left.
Yeah.
And the police officer's like, I'm
gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Eh? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that, eh? But anyways, he walked. We go. There's like at one point we were watching it, and there's like a outside shot of the house, and Jesse's like, look at these like servants' quarters or these like maid quarters over here. You know what I mean? Like and I'm like, what if it was, or it could just be like a zoo full of exotic creatures? And Jesse's like, whatever that means. And then they walk in.
Like,
and it's
deep down, I'm like, he's foreshadowing.
And it's like, here's the first floor garden, and it's just a whole zoo full of exotic creatures.
Very, honestly, pretty cool. Like I would love to have a zoo full of exotic creatures. On the caveat that I don't have to take care of them.
Yeah.
If I can make clankers take care of them.
And then
I hate how like fitting of a word that.
And then Torybot, which Jesse didn't see, but there's a Torybot literally holding a tree right as they open up on it. Yeah, he's just like, hey,
that is an exotic pet.
Yeah. And then here's the thing I had to pause. I told Jesse I had to pause at one point because the next gag is the dad's like, this is your friend Goku. Well, he doesn't look as young as you said he would.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like a 12-year-old.
He grabs the police, because for reference, the policeman, when he needed to get his bike fixed, walks in with Bulma and Goku into the house.
And Dr. Brief just immediately assumes that, like, when Bulma's talking about Goku, she's talking about a fully grown cop there.
See, I don't know if necessarily he fully does that. I think he just legitimately, because Goku is so tiny, just didn't see Goku.
Yeah. And then Goku's like, I'm here, sir. And he's like, whoa, wow, this makes a lot more sense. That's where I paused it, because every time he opened his mouth to, like, shout, his cigarette just, like, popped out of his mouth. Yep. And then he would talk again, like, he'd close his mouth, the cigarette would be back. Pop, cigarette, pop, cigarette. Yeah. So, like, Dr. Brief is smoking, and when he opens his mouth, the cigarette just, like, is where his mouth would be after it's closed. So it doesn't ever move, but his mouth moves around it. So it looks like it's floating. And I thought that was funny, so I made a deal about it.
Like classic animation gag, like pseudo animation gag, where it's like, I don't want to have to animate the cigarette moving with the mouth, so I'm just gonna leave it where it is.
Yeah, especially because he's like shouting, so the cigarette would leave his mouth, like just fly out. But he's able to like, catch it before it gets too far away. I guess I don't know, but it's really cool to look at. And then we find out that her dad invented the Dino Caps. And is like a very chill, fun guy. Because like, first of all, the cop's like, "Oh, can you fix my bike?" And he's like, "Sure, I can do that, no problem."
Well, we find out he invented Dino Caps before Bulma even shows back up home. Because the cop mentions it. It's like, yeah, he invented Dino Caps.
Yeah, but it's like, these 3 episodes, we find out like the reason why Bulma's so smart and has all this technology and is able to build the Dragon Radar and all these other inventions and stuff is because like she's the daughter of the most famous inventor in the universe, like, or in the world.
I mean, the world at least, maybe in the universe. It's like, she's very smart, she's very rich.
Yeah,
it explains a lot of her quirks of
she's a spoiled rich. She's a spoiled rich nepo baby who was able to take like a summer abroad where she got to go travel around the world.
Well, it doesn't even seem like it's a summer abroad. As she can just up and just not go to school because she just hops in Goku's shirt later at the end of the next episode.
Yeah, that's true.
And just takes off in the middle of presumably the school year.
Well, at the same time, who's gonna tell her no? Like, if she passes, if she can pass all of her,
we can just pay her legal fees, bro.
And also, if she can pass all her exams, like, who cares?
And it's also like it could also be like maybe she's in college.
Yeah.
And so in college, as long as you show up and get a grade.
Teenager. I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's been a year. Maybe she's 18, graduated, went to college or something. Go to university. We don't know what school she's in. But then, I think we estimated she was like 16 to 17.
Yeah.
And if she's as smart as she is, she could be in college anyways.
Yeah, she could be in early in bins.
Yeah.
But sorry to get us back on track here.
But not sorry,
because I know this is going to be Jesse's best part. they go up to Bulma's room. Bulma shrinks down, gets stepped on. That's not Jesse's favorite part. To be clear, that's not what he's into. But then, when she comes back up, do we know who's stepping on her? Mama Brief, the baddie,
dude,
that baddie.
You know what? So people always say, people always ask like how certain people pull above their weight. Her dad's a goofy, funny guy who also is really rich and really funny. So you know what? Guess what? That's why you can pull a baddie like her mom.
A baddie. Woo! She, Bulma's mom, otherwise known as Bikini Brief.
Again, hilarious that is actually her name.
It was crazy, and in the Japanese version, she tries to give Goku alcohol.
Yep. Which makes her a little bit weirder.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna give you alcohol.
And then we find out that there's trouble in paradise between Bulma and Yamcha, because Yamcha is a popular guy who's apparently rich, which I guess like makes sense. He's the desert bandit originally, has a lot of money maybe left over, or he's just mooching off of Bulma's money. Who knows? Who cares?
I mean, at this point, it seems like they all live in Bulma's house anyways.
Yeah.
Because I guess when you have that big of a house, and it seemingly seems like you only have 2 human occupants, a bunch of animals, and a bunch of clankers.
Those dang clankers, they don't need a house. You set them outside. Those clankers sleep in the rain. Them damn clankers.
We keep saying it. We're going to have to bleep every single one of those. And neither one of those
10 years from now, we got time. Yeah. By then we'll be in Dragon Ball Z talking about the clankers of that series.
And those ones are clankers.
But
you know who's not a clanker? Ader. Ader's not a clanker.
Ader.
He's
Ader's
a clanker.
Yeah. Jesse. Why would you say it? Okay, before we get too far off the rails, we find out that Yamcha has a fan club, and they've been hanging around the outside, and that's why Bulma's so upset with him. And that's also why Yamcha's not there right now, is because they are off the track. They're gone because Bulma can't handle them right now. But then on our B plot, we find out that Red has been following him through surveillance.
Yeah.
Because they do have a Dragon Raider that works in broad strokes. So they see that he's in West City, and they're like, well, let's send in our best assassin thief to get our Dragon Balls back. Which
now we are beginning to get into the completely made up filler of these episodes, basically.
Yeah. And so while this is all going on, we see Hasky show up. She runs into our people. She says, "Hey, do you know about this boy?" And they're like, "Yeah, this boy's pretty freaking strong and scary." And then we jump back around, and that's happened in the B plot. We'll get back to her because I have one thing I want to say before we go to the next episode. But I'm just gonna leave it there. Just know that that's happening in the background. I wanted to bring up the cop's POV on his day. Has to be the wildest thing he's ever seen.
Dude, gotta be the craziest. This gotta be the craziest day of work he's ever had. That didn't involve. Well, it does involve one crime that he technically commits, which is unsafe driving, reckless driving.
Do you want to summarize his day, or do you want me to summarize his day?
Dude, his day is insane. So basically, this guy probably woke up, clocked in, got whatever policemen clock in times are. I don't know. It's not a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's probably 7 o'clock to whenever the heck you get off.
Yeah, 7 to 7 or whatever.
After paperwork and everything.
Yeah.
So he clocks in for just a nice regular day. West City doesn't seem like too crime ridden. I mean, there's thugs running around in a back alley, but it seems like most things are pretty common.
Yeah, he's probably just and it looks like he's basically just patrolling the beach or wherever that part is at.
That side, a certain side of town.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to
he's
be fair, it's probably close to where those thugs were mugging people.
Yeah.
Who knows how close, because Goku moves so fast.
Yeah, and he's also just running his beat. If he doesn't see it, there's not much. It's not like he's on alert for them. He's just running his beat, probably checking cars for parking tickets.
Suddenly,
like that.
This young child in an orange jumpsuit with a staff on his back walks up to you and asks, "Do you know a Bulma?" And he's like, "I don't know. Maybe. Could you give more description?" And then he writes. The small child makes a drawing of said Bulma, shows it to you. that kind of sucks. I'm gonna do the thing I can't do, and that I shouldn't be doing. Because he even says like, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah. And it's a second grader drawing, by the way. It's like it looks like a second grader. It looks like what my girls will draw in like their kindergarten grade, you know.
Yeah. And so then he pulls up like his like database search or whatever the database he's searching. Yeah. Types in Bulma because it's a very unique name. Pulls up the Bulma, finds out, oh, this young child that just happened to waltz up to me is allegedly friends with the richest teenage girl in the city. Yeah.
And so, what's our next logical move but to drive over there and find out?
Immediately. Also,
he tries to bribe him.
Now, before we even get on, he thinks Goku is trying to... He doesn't know Goku, but he thinks Goku is trying to bribe him because Goku is so naive, he doesn't understand, like, oh, some people will give you free rides.
But some people want money for rides. But I don't know that yet, so I don't have any money.
I don't know how to differentiate it. Eventually, they end up they end up figuring it out because they get it. They start driving. He then, in the middle of the drive, realizes, you know what? He might be going to kill him. Are you going to kill him?
No, I'm not. I'm not like Bulma. She's my friend.
I love it. I'm real friends. Are you sure you're friends? Yeah. Then they show up. Then he shows up, realizes, why don't you just... Young child starts screaming for his friend Bulma. He's like, could you stop screaming and just use the intercom? Young child's like, what is an intercom? And he presses the button, be like, hey, we're here for a Bulma. Bulma's not here right now.
That she is in school.
Yeah, she is in school. Oh, yeah. School's happening right now. We probably have to wait. And I'm going to have to wait with you because, I don't want you to rob or kill anybody.
And meanwhile, small child is chewing and punching on the intercom.
Yeah, please stop doing that. And then small child's like, I smell Bulma. Which we completely skipped over the fact that he smelled Bulma.
And then the cop is like, the police officer's like, what
trying to sniff it. Like, even Bulma lands and is sitting next to him, and he's still sniffing her while she's talking to Goku. He's like, I don't smell anything. He then realizes, oh, we're going inside to get things fixed. Can I also get my police bike fixed? And Bulma's like, sure, why not? Wow. So now he is walking into probably the richest,
most Tony Stark Iron Man house
like
that you could possibly walk into.
Super rich inventor house.
Yeah.
Which probably in a million years he would have never imagined stepping foot in here for anything less than a very gruesome crime.
Yeah. But he is in here as an invited guest.
It's an invited guest. Not investigating a gruesome murder scene, but investigating how to get his bike fixed.
Don't forget that then he sees Godzilla's best friend in the walk-in zoo garden that they have on the first floor.
Yeah, he experiences the zoo garden. He finds out that the inventor of the Dino Caps is just some kind of goofball-y inventor man.
Kooky old man, yeah.
Who claims that he is the small child, realizes not the small child. Then just immediately is like, sure, I'll fix your bike. Who then, at this point, Goku and Bulma, not a part of his day. His day is now purely involved with...
I have completed my duty. I've got the small child to her and didn't get her killed. So,
yeah. And then now his day has become just talking to the inventor of the Dino Caps, Mr. Brief, or Dr. Brief, or whatever you want to call him.
Mr. Doctor.
Mr.
Doctor
Brief.
Mr. Brief.
Yeah. And so he gets his bike fixed. He's like, okay, I can leave now. Like, my duty is done. I did the right thing. Luckily, it didn't get everyone killed. Yeah. I did the right thing. I get to keep my job. Then he goes to take off. His bike is now going 100 miles an hour minimum.
Immediately, too. It goes 0 to 100 in a nanosecond.
Yeah. 0 to 100 in one frame of animation. Do with that information what you will. I don't know exactly the speed of one frame of animation per second because I'm not a nerd enough to know that. I don't do that. I don't animate, so I don't know how long that is. But it's very, very quick.
Then he has to write a crazy police report because he just absolutely destroyed
a car and gets yelled at. It's like, oh, it's got out of hand. And that's his day that we can confirm happened.
Yeah.
The only way he has a crazier day of work is if he has to solve like 4 murders.
Yeah.
And even that might not be as crazy.
Yeah, he's like, I was expecting that. I became a cop expecting that. I did not become a cop to figure out, That.
So just anytime you're thinking you're having a crazy day, not crazy enough.
Not as crazy as our Canadian brethren cop.
It's gonna be even crazier if he can survive to when Goku's like an adult.
Because
I know adult Goku gets up to way worse stuff.
Yeah.
Like just because Dragon Ball Z, crazy show from what I know.
Yeah. But then, getting back onto our normal track, Yamcha shows up along with Puar and Oolong, but who cares? Yamcha's here!
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. And, the rest of them are there. And then they're all like, I say the whole gang's together, woo. But then Bulma cuts him off before he can say what he's trying to say. Because they're all kind of sitting around the campfire.
Yeah, they're kind of roasting Bulma without knowing Bulma's there.
Yeah.
And then, like, right as Yamcha's about to admit,
he's like,
that regardless of all of, like,
Bulma's
how
flaws.
annoying she can be, like, all of his flaws, I still love her. She's the only woman I love. She's the only.
She's
like
the first and only for me.
She's the first and only that I'm ever gonna be able to truly be attached to. She gets too angry at being roasted by everyone.
Which, to be fair, she's a teenager.
Again, justifiable crush out.
But it's one of those where it's like, as adults here, like it's like, come on, girl, like what are we doing?
It is the classic, relationship TV show teenager trope of like, just talk to each other, please
have a conversation. This would
it
all
is
be
a misunderstanding.
Yeah. But then we cut back to Haski, and she says, "They say you're pretty powerful, but you're still just a kid." And I say, "You see, that was your first mistake."
That's everyone's first mistake with Goku.
That
was the dude he beat for 100,000 yenis mistake. Zinnies. I don't know why I said yeni. Zinnies. That's silver. That's kind of whites. Even still, after watching everyone still go through, he did kind of mildly underestimate Goku because he thought the gun would have killed him.
Yeah, they underestimate Goku because he's a child. They're like, I've heard you're strong.
Even Roshi, having trained him, kind of, sort of, underestimated him until he took a couple punches in the final bout of the tournament.
And he's like, okay, no. Like,
I beat Krillin pretty easily. Goku could probably kill me if you really went all out.
Yeah. And so, that's the whole thing, is that, like, the thing I was going to bring up is that that's just the hubris of these adults, Like, I understand.
Justifiable hubris for 99.999999999
but the
cajillion percentage.
The Red Ribbon Army should know better.
Yeah.
At this point. He's already beaten 2 of your top commanders.
At this point, it's poor communication on their part towards Haski to be like, apparently not fully warn her that she's probably gonna have to go full. There is no direct conflict. You have to go full stealth to get these Dragon Balls, because if he finds out that you stole them while you are still within sightline, you will not win.
Yeah, and it's literally like the craziest thing, because like they even at one point, like Person Black, whatever his name is, he's like Chief Officer Black or whatever,
Secretary Black.
Yeah, and he's like, so it seems like the reports coming out of Muscle Tower is that he defeated all of the men there, and including General White, and saved the village elder and destroyed the tower. It was quite a crazy thing for this kid to do. And Red's like, let's send one person after him.
That's been my best thief. Which, I mean, to be fair, when you send your thief, you expect your thief to, to be stealthy and a thief. Not have such a hubris that she just
throws a wall off of a roller coaster at him.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh my gosh.
Well, first of all, she does that, expecting it to work. And then when it doesn't work, she just completely overlooks the fact that he caught it without looking, with it was nothing, and that thing must have been traveling. That thing was traveling pretty fast.
Yeah,
it's like it's not as fast as a bullet, but it's it gives you an idea that this man is insanely fast and insanely aware of everything. Now, the one advantage you have over Goku is that he's a naive child who will flash you his balls.
Yeah.
We're
not there
yet. But he does do that.
I love that Goku still doesn't understand things. He gets up there and they're like, tickets please, and he walks by, and then she's like, hey, what about your tickets? And he's like, I'm not tickets, I'm Goku.
Nice to meet you.
He just keeps logging. It's like, Goku, come on, man. Come on, you can't be that. You know more than this. You're being dumb. But then Bulma apparently found their tickets and they all get in.
Yeah, which is awesome. Woo.
but then like also Haski sneaks in with her people. And they
Haski does, like, we do have a moment where you see, like, Haski's a really good thief.
Yeah, she's
because Haski in
tickets out of
broad
their
daylight
hands.
basically took tickets out of their, like, took a ticket out of one of their hands basically.
Yeah.
And then out of the other two's purse, and they don't even notice, like, they don't even see her do it.
Yeah.
She does it so effortlessly and effectively that's like she wasn't even there.
But then they have a nice day at the carnival.
Well, a pseudo nice day. Bulma and Yamcha's kind of worried about each other.
Yeah, they're a little frustrated, but overall they're having a nice day. They're still having fun, even though they can't stand to look at each other. When they're not around each other, they're having a lot of fun. But then we get a point where like Goku or Oolong and Yamcha are talking about girls and lady problems because like they're the only two guys in here mature enough, quote unquote, to have conversations about girls that were somewhat logical because Goku
somewhat logical, which I did love it.
I love that we get to see how far Oolong has came since the first time he showed up. I don't know if you're about to talk about it, but that was what I was going to bring up. It's like we get to see how far Oolong's come in this situation. He's just eating ice cream, trying to give out wisdom about girls, and then he's like saying that if you love something, let it go, and if it's supposed to be there, it'll come back. And Yamcha's like, that might work on carrier pigeons, homing pigeons. And he's like, yeah, no, I understand. Back in my prior days when I was a younger man, I just stole people and locked them in a tower.
I used to just kidnap them if I saw a girl I liked. I'd kidnap them.
Yeah, which is like, man, you've came so far, Oolong, from kidnapping girls to living with one you don't like.
From kidnapping girls, just eating ice cream and dispensing wisdom like you didn't kidnap girls.
Yeah. He's like, I'll tell you what, buddy, kidnapping them doesn't work either. I trust me. I was trying to give them away by the end. I just could not figure it out, buddy.
It's really like Oolong,
keeping them when they don't want to when they don't want to be there is not any better than.
Like, I appreciate Oolong for trying to give advice. But let me be real honest with you, Oolong. From what we can gather, your only relationship wisdom that you have, like, experience with is kidnapping children.
Yeah.
And who you ended up hating because they were spoiled children.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, he's not the best one, but at least it shows that, like, he's
trying.
He's putting that in his past. He's like, whatever, man.
I ain't going to kidnap kids ever again.
This is my family now. I'm a part of this family.
Yeah. I'll find a wife eventually. That pig will roll into town and I'll like her.
Yeah.
Or something.
And then the next scene that I have pointed out as I've noted is Haski sets up a scene where the two other goons are like kidnapping her.
Yeah, I wrote down old trick again, because there's a couple old tricks in some of the first. But I think it's an old trick in this one or like in the last episodes. But like just there's a lot of just fun like old cliche tricks where you set up a fake kidnap killing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, meanwhile, the main bad person is the femme fatale in the situation. She takes him, and then Goku, she's got a booger on her forehead. Oh, Goku, that's a mole.
Well, we should also state, I guess, before we get too far, we forgot to mention, Haski looks so much like Launch.
She looks
like blonde
so
Launch.
much like Launch, yeah.
Blonde Launch, specifically. Obviously,
yeah, the blonde Launch, but yeah.
Like evil Launch, I guess we should say.
Yeah.
But that, no, obviously they don't think Launch has a mole, but at least not on her forehead.
Yeah.
If it even is a real one, at least you might have drawn
it's probably
it
just fake to make her look more like a medium. And that was what I was going to bring up, is how like this in itself shows how the BS of the mediums are. And it's like, man, like mediums, by and large, psychics, those people who try to get off of it. She literally just uses a warm read on him, like his. Well,
she doesn't just use a warm read. She uses the info that they.
That's
gave.
That's what a warm reading is. Like if you don't if there's a lot of times they'll do a cold reading where they throw out vague questions.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they'll do a warm reading, which is where they have information on you. They've read your Facebook page. They saw your rest in peace dad sign, and then you walk in and it's like, I feel like you might have lost somebody close to you.
Someone close to you.
Maybe like a paternal figure. And it's like, my dad. And it's like, yes, your dad. I'm seeing the letter F. And it's like, yeah, his name was Frank. You know, that's what she's doing here is like a warm reading where she's like, I feel like you've been somewhere cold, somewhere up north. And he's like, yeah, like Muscle Tower. And she's like, yes, like a tower, like Muscle Tower.
And you have 2 balls.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Just let it out, yeah. ISO, Jesse, ISO.
It's like, and I think you got 2 balls in your clothes.
I think you have 2 balls in your clothing that you've got hidden in your clothes.
Again, normally funny perverted moments like this aren't this funny, so they immediately get worse part. This is not getting worse part.
This one because of the I made a pause right after she said it, and the faces that all of the characters are making.
Like everyone, like Goku is so happy.
The only one not in the situation.
Yeah, Bulma's not here.
Yeah.
But Oolong's like, are you really talking about it? Yamcha's like, and Puar is like, oh my gosh. Puar is like, would like the
appalled.
You know, like the war, like the funny meme, like the meme with like the shocked soldier, like Vietnam backdrop. Yeah. Literally looks like that. Just eyes blank.
And Goku's fully bought in on the medium. Like, man, this girl knows her thing.
Having fun.
Yeah, Goku's like,
because he doesn't understand. Because Goku doesn't understand social constructs, especially sexual social constructs.
Yeah, and so the next thing that happens is like,
can you? Show them to me.
And Goku's like, okay.
Yeah.
Pulls his pants down.
And Husky's like, yeah, I'm gonna get them Dragon Fuzz.
Right as soon as he pulls them out, then we'll turn the lights off and they'll be all mine. And meanwhile, he pulls his pants down.
Straight up just flashes.
He's like, here they are.
Everyone's like, Oolong's flipping out. I'm just flipping out. Puar, I don't remember what happened to Puar. I want to say Puar might have passed out.
She might have separated. She evaporated into the smoke after seeing that.
And Husky's like, oh, he's an idiot. Then he started putting the clothes back on, and everyone's like, Goku, I think. Oolong's like, Goku, I think she meant the Dragon Ball.
And he's like, oh yeah, I do have those too.
Which he also still has on him. Because the entire time, we're thinking he left him.
He must have left him at Bulma's house.
He had the Dragon Balls the entire time. He was just really thinking she was talking about his nuts.
What? Why? Maybe it's the walnut was in his brain and he's just like, oh, nuts, right, yeah, my balls, that's another word for it. What is going on? I don't understand. I really don't. I try to give Goku the benefit of the doubt. I really do. But Goku, what is going on in your brain? She said special balls. Those aren't special.
Those are his special balls.
Every boy has them, man. What are 2 balls you have on you that no other boy has? Maybe. Oh my gosh.
So funny.
Oh my gosh.
I also love in this moment. She's like, I can't tell if he's an idiot or a genius.
Yeah, that was a great line where she's like, I can't tell what's going on here. I
don't know what's happening. And then of course, when he pulls out the Dragon Balls, the 2 goons, Thug and Pig, are sitting like they like fumble over trying to turn the lights off so she can steal the balls.
Yeah,
because they had probably, presumably, walked away when he flashed his nutsack.
Yeah, they were like, I don't know what's going on now, but that's her problem, not ours.
And so then, like, they have to escape out the window, which inadvertently actually ends up working out in Husky's favor because Husky gets alone with Yamcha with the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Because Goku catches him running away. Goku goes to run away while holding the balls in his hands. And Yamcha's like, I'll take the balls. You go get him, Goku. Go get him, get away. And so Yamcha puts the balls in the sack. Goku, Oolong, and Puar sprint out the window and go catch the thugs. Eventually, like, very easy to catch the thugs. Like, Goku's like, they get to like a landmark, like, oh, we must have gotten away. And Goku's just sitting like, ha ha, I'm here, what's up?
Yeah.
And they catch him immediately. All while this is happening, Yamcha is getting sexually harassed.
Yeah, this lady is hitting on him hard.
Yeah.
But before we get there, we also cut back to Bulma because her side plot is that she's been angry the whole time.
Been angry the entire
and then she's like, you know what? I'm tired of being angry. I'm gonna not be angry anymore. Let's go find Yamcha. Meanwhile, Yamcha's getting made out with against his will all by this lady, which we can only assume is what's happening because she leans in to kiss him and then fireworks
happen. Yeah.
And that's the constant sign for somebody getting made out. They're feeling fireworks, and so he's screaming like, "Oh my God, what's going on? Don't make me cheat on Bulma. I don't want to be with you." And then Bulma hears him and is like, Yamcha.
And walks in, and then like. The fight has started. Like
she's attacking Yamcha
because Yamcha knocks over like a pot that has the actual medium tied up in, and he's like, "You're crazy!" She's like, "Get out of the way!" Pulls out a sword and starts trying to cut Yamcha.
But what Bulma sees is when she pops down, she sees that there is a woman standing on top of Yamcha,
and it looks like they are kissing.
Yeah,
well, because she's trying to like get at him.
Yeah,
but it's just like they're moving around. Looks like she's kissing, and so
then Bulma gets so angry that she's able to pick up like a giant crate and throw it up against Yamcha and shatter it on his back.
It knocks Yamcha out.
Which then gives Haski the chance to get away.
To get the Dragon Balls and like steal them away.
And she
barely gets away right as Goku, Long, and Puar show back up and like Yamcha's like, bad guy. She's bad girl.
Goku. Yamcha's the Goku whisperer because he literally goes,
"She's bad. She stole the Dragon Balls. She's gonna kill us. She's got a bomb. Destroy the box on her hip. Get the box and destroy it so the bomb doesn't go up."
Giving him very simple directions. She is bad guy. She has Dragon Balls. She's got a black box on her waist. Break it, otherwise we all go bye-bye.
And Goku was like,
"Okay, gotcha, sir.
I will do this."
It's like, instead of being like, "So she's got a detonator on it." And what is a detonator? No, we don't have time for that, Goku. Black box, break it, bad. Okay, got you.
Yeah. If you give him simple, visually followable instructions, and Goku will do it. Yeah. And Goku will do it to the best of his abilities, which is usually getting it done.
Yep. And so she chase. There's a chase scene throughout the city. They're all flying around. We get to see the same thing 8 times in a row because it just keeps flashing the same background as they fly around. Trying to make it look fast so that you don't notice, but there was the same guy like 4 times in a row. Just bam, bam,
It's
bam,
one of those
bam.
things. It's like it's
cutting
when you're on a budget and you have to like make the animation as good as possible. You get away with those easy those
I'm not
easy
judging. I just noticed it. That was me just.
It's more noticeable the older the older animation is because it's harder to because usually in more modern times you can add a few extra details that catch your eye enough to be it's a different place even though it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You might change that dude from being a blue hair white guy to a black hair black guy, or change their they have a hat. They give them a hat, or stuff like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen. I just noticed it. I'm not saying it's bad. It was something I noticed.
Yeah. It's of the times.
But then Goku does catch her, and he chews on the. Well, first of all, she runs into a building, so then he power pole stabs her
he does
Bulma
the thing
does,
like he did with Bulma,
where he throws the power pole, catches the woman. She doesn't pee herself, which I guess is better off than Bulma.
And then as he does that, the detonator falls off her hip, so he has to fly down to catch it as the seconds are ticking away.
And then he chews
it, assumably bites it in half or something.
Which it doesn't ever show that. It just shows him chewing and failing, and then all of a sudden the bomb doesn't go off. So we can only assume he broke it by chewing.
And then he flies back up and "Can you just give me the Dragon Ball?"
She says, "Never," and he says, "Okay."
And it just starts tickling.
Tickle. And what an embarrassing way for this master thief to lose her prize.
Yeah, it's just
she just lost 2 million zenny because he tickled her.
Yeah, it's a very funny way for this filler episode to end, basically.
And then the rest of the episode ends with Yamcha and Bulma having their big fight at the end at home, where they don't officially break up. They don't say we're not together anymore. But
Bulma's just I'm going to go find the Dragon Balls, and I'm going to wish for a new boyfriend that doesn't cheat or lie or
So we can assume she's thinking of it as a breakup. As they go off on new adventures, she's shrunk down into Goku's pocket, and they are flying away. Well, his, whatever you want to call it.
I'd just say pocket.
And they are flying off on new adventures, and that's basically the episodes for you. Let's the end of the saga. So Jesse, what were your thoughts on the saga?
Pretty good. It's interesting to find out, like, as we're going through these episodes, that, like, probably, 70% of the saga is purely anime.
I would say it's about 50-50. Because the saga doesn't really start for this one until, like, the Muscle Tower stuff
Okay, so this
starts.
starts the Muscle Tower?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was overarching.
I could be wrong. Let me check on the episode counter on that.
Because if it's overarching, like, including all the silver stuff, then, yeah, like, 70% of this arc is, like, filler. But if it's not, it is 50-50.
Oh, yeah, it is. Literally, from the roaming lake with Nam, all through the silver stuff. And then you get all of the, the Red Ribbon Army, the mountain, the castle, or the Muscle Tower. Yeah. All of that, all the way through.
Up to here, yeah. Because it's like, we haven't had, like, a arc ending episode in a while.
Yeah.
But, like, it, again, for all of its purposes, like, is it all bad filler? No. I mean, all of it's entertaining. It's giving you a lot of backstory on, like, what's going on. Because if you didn't have a majority of this arc, you probably would not be as attached to the villainy that is happening through the Red Ribbon Army. Because a lot of the filler in this arc is just, like, they probably put it in, and if I'm thinking in the executive's head, they probably put it in purely just because people aren't going to care enough about this new villain organization, because they will have known, by the time Goku beats them, they would have known them for probably 15 episodes if we just animate what's in the manga. So we got to, like, add some more backstory, give them some more motivation, more screen time, show them defeating Pilaf super easy, like it's nothing. Like, Pilaf is nothing compared to these guys. Like, giving you more information and backstory on these characters, but also showing you some more hijinks with Goku, showing you Goku revisiting some characters that, maybe he doesn't visit in the manga and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. Like, it's worth it. It's worth it to watch. It's not like in some shows where you can have like an entire filler arc where it's like, you don't have to watch that. Yeah. There's no reason. Like, you should watch this. There is reasons to come in and watch this.
You could skip it, but you should watch it.
Like you could skip it, but I think skipping it is doing yourself a slight disservice.
Yeah, because you're going to be like, what is this army? Why do I care?
It's like, how does he already have 2 Dragon Balls? What happened? Yeah. It's like, there's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. You get to see, like, the origins of this army.
You also get to
see how fearsome they can be. You get to see their resourcefulness, where they can drop 2 million zenny to hire one person,
Yeah.
But you also get to see Goku maybe go through a small training arc, like Jesse likes to say, for his trivia for the saga.
Yeah. Again, he does kind of, I mean, in a way, through just... He's training through experience.
Like, yeah, it's a small train. I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah. I was just pointing out that going to prediction a little bit. Yeah, just for the saga one,
It's like yeah, it's an entertaining saga, and it's really fun. It's definitely worth watching it.
Even if low
60 to 70. Yes, like some of the filler it hurts. Like there are definitely episodes. Like, I think we even mentioned in the podcast. Like, there are episodes where we have recommended, like, hey, you could probably skip this one. You could probably skip that one. Or you could skip to, like, this timestamp to this timestamp. Like, you don't have to watch. You have to sit down and watch all of this saga.
But it's important that you know what's going on in the saga. Because it will...
Even if you... Like, this is probably a saga in which, like, even if you do skip it, I would say watch, like, a recap of it on, like... Watch, like, a 15 to 20-minute recap episode of it on, like, YouTube. Yeah. Because people will have made that.
Yeah.
So, like, just find a person you like that you want to listen talk about it for 20 minutes. Have them talk about it for 20 minutes, and do it. Now, obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, you would probably have. Well, you probably would have listened to us. It takes a lot longer for us to talk about this, so we're not a 20-minute video.
Yeah,
you've been along for the ride. You've either been watching along with us,
or
like
just 8 episodes. We're like 8 episodes of, like, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour length of talking about it. But hopefully it can be entertaining. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Going into our 3 predictions for these last 3 episodes, Goku goes to Bulmar and gets to get the radar fixed. Yes, you didn't even say that she fixed it. You just said he went there to get it fixed.
Yeah.
Radar is stolen by Husky? No. Pilaf comes back with a new flying machine? Also no. So you went 33% on there. But you knew, like, you had the one.
I knew Bulma was going to fix it. Like, I already I went for the other ones that kind of went a little bit more extreme.
Yeah.
Just thinking, like, well, I already know I have Bulma, right? He's going to Bulma to get it fixed. Like he
literally said that at the last step.
Well, I thought I said that he was going to get it fixed at Bulma. So maybe
I misspoke. But either way, you said he was going to go get it fixed. He does go there to get it fixed. I'm not taking it away from you.
Yeah, I knew that one was correct.
All right, so Jesse, you want to hear the name of the next saga?
Well, what about my saga predictions? We didn't do my saga predictions.
The only saga prediction you had left that hadn't came true was a small training arc.
Oh, that's right. We'd already seen.
Yeah. So, you want to hear the name of the next saga, Jesse?
Yeah, sure. Go.
It is called the General Blue Saga. I wonder what your predictions will be.
Well, how many episodes is that one?
It is... What is that? It is from episode 46 to episode 57. So, an 11-episode arc.
Ooh, that's a pretty big one. That's actually pretty interesting. So, obviously, I think he's going to end up fighting General Blue. Mm-hmm. Whoever that may be. I'm going to go on a limb and say General Blue might be one of the stronger more resource-heavy generals. Okay. Because, I mean, if the General Blue saga lasts, 13 episodes or whatever, how many episodes it said?
Yeah. 11
episodes. If it lasts 11 episodes to fight one general... And, they didn't split the white
silver
or the
and
silver.
The blue. Yeah.
They didn't split them up into their own sagas. It's probably a very beefy saga. It's probably a really hard fight. He's probably going to have to fight more than just General Blue. Obviously, General Blue is probably, most definitely, the main... If this is a video game, he's probably got 8 levels, and he's got to beat the boss at the 9th level to win the game. Yeah, and that boss is General Blue. Okay. He also, I'm gonna go on a limb and also say he gets not 1 Dragon Ball but 2 Dragon Balls in this saga. That's gonna be my risque prediction for this saga. He's gonna put at least 2 or more Dragon Balls.
And you're saying that's Goku who gets 2.
Goku gets 2.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Goku
sure.
Goku gets 2 or more Dragon Balls.
You said 2, and I was like, or you said he, and I was like, he could be talking about Blue,
Goku, yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah, Goku's going to end up with... Goku, by the end of the saga, will have at least 4, if not more, Dragon Balls. 4 or more Dragon Balls in his possession.
All right.
Which also means he's not going to lose any Dragon Balls by the end of the saga.
Yeah, I think we can kind of assume he's not going to lose Dragon Balls at this point. So, Jesse, for the next 2 episodes, which are named Bulma's Bad Day and Kame House -Found, what do you think is going to happen?
So, I think Bulma's going to have a bad day.
Bulma is going to have a bad day.
So, you had a bad day.
Stop right there. We won't copyright claim. That's all you can sing.
If you sing it terribly, they won't copyright it because they have to admit that they liked it. Yep. That's the loophole. It's not a loophole. I don't think that works.
It doesn't work. We're not legal advisors. But Jesse, so Bulma's gonna have a bad day.
So Bulma's gonna have a bad day. I'm gonna guess Bulma's bad day might involve having to fix the shrinking watch while shrunk. Okay. That's gonna be my only other prediction for that episode. Okay. And then you said the Kame House found. Yep. So I guess they find Roshi and not the island situation, not on his regular Kame House island, but he dino capped it and they're training Krillin somewhere else. Okay. They
run into Roshi and the wild.
Roshi, Krillin, and Launch.
Roshi plus gang.
The Roshi gang.
I'm gonna count that as I decided writing Roshi, Krillin, and Launch. Roshi and the gang and the wild.
And then Goku gives them an update, and Roshi's like, "Oh, keep going," or Roshi gives them another magical item or something.
Okay. Goku gives an update, and Roshi gives them some help.
Gives them some help of some kind, yeah.
Okay.
Gives them a new technique. Gives them a magical item. Okay. Just gives them $50,000. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Whatever that help may look like. Maybe he just gives them some sage wisdom. When we get back to the next episode, we'll see how close we are.
So. We'll see. We'll constitute what counts as help.
Yeah,
it happens.
If it happens, we'll have to talk about it. So, Jesse, what was your worst part?
Worst part. I don't know. I would probably say... I mean, there's 3 episodes worth, and I'm still having a hard time picking a worst part. I guess the worst part would probably just be, like, Bulma and Yamcha just not having a conversation.
That was going to be mine.
There's got to be the relationship problems, right?
Yeah. That was going to be mine. I guess a runner-up is like, the way that the pig man talks to Husky about the balls really makes it feel gross. It made me feel gross. I think Jesse even squirmed a bit at it. That would be mine as a runner-up. It was the most perverted talking about balls in this episode.
That wasn't funny.
That wasn't, because I would say even that she wasn't coming at it from a perverted nature. The other people were taking it pervertedly. Goku did not take it that way, but then turned it that way unintentionally.
Again,
it wasn't
because of how naive Goku is. It comes off as funny.
Yeah,
of what's happening.
Yeah, it's not like he's like, oh, okay, I guess.
But in this instance. No one was naive. No, everyone knew what was happening.
Yeah, but Husky thought that she knew she was talking about the Dragon Ball. She was not talking about those other ones. So that's why I'm not giving it worst part. In fact, going into the best part, Jesse, what was your best part?
Dude, we laughed too hard at the Goku.
We literally paused it and we're like, we both face palmed and we're like, girl, what are you doing? This is before he pulled his pants down. We were like, girl, why would you say it like that?
Like
you're setting yourself up.
Immediately knew Goku was gonna pull a Goku and do something funny.
We both looked at each other and like, we're gonna see Goku's balls now. They're gonna do it. Damn, oh my god.
And then as soon as he started to undress, we're gonna see his balls.
Yeah.
Which I mean, by the way, fun fact, it has been quite a while since we saw Goku's balls.
Yeah. Not long enough, you know what I mean? It could have been longer. But apparently they wanted to do it now. And so with that being Jesse's best part, I guess I gotta take another best part. I'm going to take the fact that we got the gang back together, and the Cops Wild Day. The Cops Wild Day is probably my favorite. Best part.
Honestly, that was probably the best day of his life.
Yeah, the wildest day of his life for sure.
Well, yeah, maybe the best day of his life, like maybe when he got married. I hope that's his best day of his life. If he has kids, maybe when his kids got born.
Yeah.
But hey, it's up there.
That's just if he's not married, it's up there. A Dragon Ball theory. Yeah. Good night, Tri-State area.
Thanks for watching.
And so with that, you can reach out to us. That's going to be kind of the end of our episode. So you can reach out to us at becomingsaiyans@gmail.com. Send us an email there. You can also reach out to us at Becoming Saiyans Pod on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. You can reach out to us on any of those spots, and just as much as you want to. That'll be great. And until next week, I've been Truman,
and I've been Jesse,
and the journey continues.
Bye.